Hi guys, it's your boy Chris here from Heed the Ball Gaming, and today I thought we'd try something a little bit different. Football Manager 2020 has been announced. Well, it's not really been announced, but it's going to be a title on the Google Stadia. Now, I have no idea what that is either, but it's a thing, and Football Manager 2020 is going to be on it. So I thought today what we'd do is we'd just talk about the little things in Football Manager 2020 that I would change. It's just my list, just what I've been playing the game since November now in Football Manager 19, and it's probably the best Football Manager I've played for a long time. Probably since Championship Manager days, to be honest. There's a few minor changes I'd make just to make the game even better, but there's nothing major, just a few grumbles I just want to make. It's not even grumbles, it's just things I think would improve the game, and things that have probably slightly annoyed me in Football Manager. Right, so the first thing I'd like to change, it's not Theresa May, by the way. She's already gone, she's no longer the leader of my great country. We're in the middle of announcing a new Prime Minister, so she's already changed. But what I'd like to do is get rid of Brexit, or not get rid of Brexit. That was voted for by the people, so let's not talk about it. We're not doing politics here. All I want to do is get rid of the option of having Brexit, because we don't know what's happening. It's been a bugbear of mine in the last couple of Football Managers where Brexit has been announced, and it's either a hard Brexit or a soft Brexit, and it still hasn't been decided. It's meant to be the 31st of this year that it's going to go through, whatever it's going to happen, but nobody knows what's going to happen. But in Football Manager, Brexit happens, and it's either a hard Brexit or it's a soft Brexit, and normally it's a hard Brexit, which means British players can't go anywhere, and they need work permits, and it's just an absolute nightmare. So you get a couple of messages. You either get this one here, it says it's been announced that United Kingdom will be leaving the European Union, and players from European Union will need to apply for work permits to play in the United Kingdom, and European Union players already will be given special status, blah blah blah, and the Bosman rule's been scrapped. And yeah, this is the one I normally get, but there are other ones. Sorry, I'm struggling with my chroma key today, it's just not doing the job. But yeah, this is the other screen that you get as well. It's been announced that United Kingdom will not be leaving the European Union. I've never seen this one, so I don't know if this is one or not. You can comment down below and tell me what you think about Brexit, but I'd like an option just before you start a game to say disable Brexit. I know that Football Manager 2019 will be coming out just before Brexit. It might just come out just after, but we're not going to have time to put the actual vote in, well, whatever the government decide to do, so I'd like to get rid of it. And that's the politics done for today. So now I'm just going to have a quick fire round of 2 or 3 things that just annoy me a little bit. Number 1, Director of Football. This is not a manager's decision whether they want to work with a Director of Football. This is the club's responsibility. So the club chairman should tell you that they're changing the philosophy of the club or the way they run the club, and they're going to bring in a Director of Football to work with you. That shouldn't be the manager's choice. And yeah, I never personally want to work with one. This is Dario Ferrari, my Director of Football from Falkirk. If you haven't seen the Falkirk save, go and check it out, because Dario Ferrari is the worst Director of Football in history, and he's meant to be that way. But yeah, that should be a club direction, not a manager's direction. The finance pages, look at how confusing these finance pages are. This is fair enough, it's overall balance, profit and loss, great. Income this month, expenditure this month, that's fair enough. But you click on these and you're just getting loads and loads of graphs, numbers. It gets worse. The projection is always wrong. I do not know where they get this projection from. It's just an absolute mess. Little pie charts that tell you next to nothing. I think the finance pages really need to get done like we did with the training, where they developed the training. I think we need to go into the finances and just look at this, because there's so many screens that I just struggle to understand, and then you've got all these things that you have no control over, and that goes out. Yeah, it's just not easy to figure out what's going on. I know the projection doesn't count the prize money, but it should at least be close to what you should be making. This is my profile from the Tasmania Berlin save. If you haven't seen my Tasmania Berlin save, go and check it out now. It's absolutely the best thing I've done. First couple episodes I was learning how to speak to the camera and stuff, so they're not the best, but yeah, I get better as the save goes on. So check it out if you're enjoying this video. One thing I was going to talk about was the working with youngsters. The whole time I've been at Tasmania Berlin, my team has just been full of 20-year-olds. Nobody really older than 22. Played youngsters from the start, 16, 17, well, you can't play 16-year-olds in Germany, but 17-year-olds all the way up. And yeah, 13 years in, and my working with youngsters is 1. So I have never been able, I've had a few saves on Football Manager 19. I've never been able to raise it above 1, so I don't know what you have to do to get it above 1, because I do not have an old team. Actually, my average age at the moment is 20, so yeah, I should be doing something right. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but as I say, I've not seen it the whole time I've been playing any higher than sort of 2 or 3. I'm on Ugmore Christensen's profile. He was Tasmania Berlin's backup goalkeeper, and just last season he retired. And this was my next point. Players that retire and become coaches, they still expect the same wage as what we were on before they retired. They don't negotiate very well. If you look at his profile, he's not bad. He's not a bad goalkeeping coach. He's actually quite a good one, so it's maybe a bad example. But they actually want more money for being a coach than they did for wanting to be a player, which is absolutely bizarre. And it's something I've noticed throughout the game. But every time I try to get a good player that I want to keep on as a coach or whatever, and I offer them, they come with a stupid offer saying, pay me this. I'm like, I was paying you that when I was playing you. You know what I mean? And the other thing I just want to talk about is this guy here. He was quite old. He was about 37, 38 when he retired, and he's 40 now. So actually maybe a couple of years ago. He's not going to get a job looking for that amount. But these older players should be coming to you and saying, can I coach? Can I take the under 19s and do a little bit extra coaching with them? That should be an option as well. Just players thinking about their career. I'm going to talk about retired players in a minute, but this is the thing. I'd quite like to see older players getting their first steps into coaching by maybe helping you out in the under 19s and getting some experience. It would also help coach the younger players as well. This is Henrik Kermel. He was a bit of a legend of the Tasmania Berlin save, and he was with us a good few seasons, as you can see. He was with us right from the beginning, and he moved to Bora Dresden after leaving us on a free. He left us a couple of times on a free, but we talked him round. And my next point is apologising to players. Now, Henrik Kermel's not good enough for the Bundesliga. As we can see, he's not that good. But he probably would have been good enough for the Free Liga when he left as a backup player, rather than going to Division 6. But I couldn't offer him a contract. He's on phenomenal money. He's another one that's a bad example. But he wasn't finding a club for years, and then there was another guy, Jerome Trapp, was another guy that left the club and didn't get a contract straight away, and we'd have done as a backup player, and we just weren't allowed to offer him he wouldn't accept a contract from us. So if you look at the overview, if you look at information, he's my favourite person is me, he's the ball, but he won't talk to us, but he'd rather not play for Tasmania Berlin, even though it's his favourite club. And this happens all the time. I've let his contract run down and didn't offer him a new contract because we didn't have enough money in the bank to offer him that contract. And yeah, he didn't. We couldn't offer him it because I didn't know how much money we'd have. He wasn't probably good enough. If we didn't have enough money, we could do better. But he decided to leave, and he took the huff. And now you wouldn't like to play for Tasmania Berlin. That happened to another player in this save, Kimi Miyungu, and he was in the 6th division with us, but he was good enough for the 4th division. He left, he fell out of favour at his club and wouldn't re-sign for us because I'd let his contract run down because the transfer budget hadn't been finalised, and I didn't know how to use it, I didn't want to overrun on it. So there should be a way of saying sorry or explaining to players. I can understand if you completely freeze a player out and they're not, you don't like you, but yeah, there should be an option of bringing a player back and apologising to a player. I'm on Bolton Wanderers page because my next point is I quite like dodgy owners to be added to the game. Yeah, we get takeovers, you've got sugar daddies, you've got underwriters, you've got all these different types of chairmen, but I'd quite like to add in the untrustworthy nature. I'd like to have the chairman, maybe or board of directors, stealing money out of the club. Maybe you sell a player for 3 million and the money just disappears out of the club. It doesn't even touch the club. I'd quite like them to be a little bit fiddly, like Romanoff at Hearts. I don't know if you remember Romanoff at Hearts, but he would come and fiddle with the team and tell the manager who was playing. I know the chairman's got an interference rating, but I'd like that to really mean something. So if you've got an interference rating of 20, then they'll pick the team, they'll steal money from the club, they'll make decisions, sell players behind your back, bring in players for you. So we would just like, one day you just turn up and there's a centre back there from Moldova because there was some dodgy dealing with some agents. So yeah, I think that would bring in a new element because this does happen in clubs. Hearts was the big example I can think of. We've only one in Scotland that's really been that bad. But yeah, it's definitely something to think about. Right, so I'm just in the match engine now, just to show you my next thing. My next complaint. And here we go. There we go, we've scored a goal. And everything's exciting. It's 1-0 up. And a lovely goal from Music, who's a top striker at Tasmania Berlin. But I'm not showing you this to advertise my Tasmania Berlin save. I'm doing this to show you the next thing, which is the shouts. Right, we've just scored. So what would we do? We'd do nothing because we've scored again. Right, so we've just scored. It's a second goal. Bang. Now what would you do after you score? You want to concentrate, don't you? So if you press concentrate, watch this. Everybody's overwhelmed. Concentrate just doesn't work. Of the saves, the shouts, concentrate doesn't work. Encourage doesn't work either. The only ones that work are demand more when you're losing. And there we go, we scored straight away because I encouraged them. Demand more. Push forward doesn't work if you're looking for a goal. Tighten up doesn't work. No pressure doesn't work. All it is show passion if you're losing by a couple of goals. Get creative if you need a goal. And demand more. That is it. Right, so if I praise them, that might work. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it does. So the rest all work. But we really need, I know a lot of them are to do with tactical changes and stuff, but even if you make tactical changes, if I was to go very attacking and click the shout that says push forward, and we're a goal down, it just wouldn't work. We'd all be overwhelmed by it. So yeah, that's definitely one thing that needs a huge amount of work. Next thing I want to talk about is press conferences. It seems to be the same questions over and over again. I know you can be assertive, passionate, cautious and calm, but I'm not quite sure what that means, like when I'm talking. Because if I'm assertive, I just tell you this is right. If I'm passionate, I don't know, and cautious, calm, it should be like an angry or a upset, maybe just a little bit more emotion involved. That's what I have to say. And some options where maybe, I don't know, I know the additional comments only works if you're on an online game or whatever, but there should be options of where the journalists are trying to lead you down a path to try and lead you to an answer or something. It doesn't quite work that way. It just seems to be the same questions, and yeah, so you just click on them. The middle one always seems to be a non-plus answer. It tends to be the one I tend to go for most of the time. Delighted for them. It's a great start, but there maybe should be an option of saying, you see, why would you say I can't stand them? Because nobody would say that at a press conference, would they? They wouldn't go, I can't stand them. They would word it a bit nicer than that, unless we'd upset each other. He's a great manager because he's Frank de Boer. He's an absolute legend. You know what I mean? And but yeah, it needs to be. I know that it takes a lot of work, but the press conferences are repetitive and they just need a little bit more emotion and maybe some options of putting in your own words of what you thought about the match and stuff. Right, I'm on the squad page now. Nothing interesting to tell you here. I just want to. I absolutely love the squad page. It tells you everything you can do. All the. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. But I'm just going to go into a loan player, and I'm only going into a loan player just to make the point that loan negotiations, there is absolutely no negotiation with transfers. You can negotiate them. They come back. You come back. And loan players, you offer an amount, they tell you how much they want, you say, oh, I can't afford that, you put it back, no, and that's it. In real life, I'd imagine there would be some give and take, especially with the young boys. That's Marcus Boy, is a young boy. So, yeah, there would be some negotiation on that front. So, yeah, that's something that needs worked on, because loan clubs, especially the big ones, this guy's on loan from Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg wouldn't just be looking at how much money we'd be getting, we'd be looking at how much the player would develop. Tasmania Berlin are in the Bundesliga, so we'd be looking at the facilities that Tasmania Berlin have, the opposition that Marcus Boy would be facing. We'd be looking at how often he would be playing, what the competition was like. We'd be taking that all into factors. It wouldn't be about money. The prize money in the Bundesliga is crazy, so we wouldn't be worried about that. Maybe if I was loaning in the Free Liga and I was Division 3 and I was loaning somebody from the same division or something, then we'd be worried about it. But yeah, I don't think Wolfsburg would be overly worried. We're paying him £650. If we were paying him £400 a week, Wolfsburg wouldn't notice that at all. Right, the next rant might take a while. It's one of my big bugbears. Players retiring too early. And there's a huge amount of players retire as soon as they get to 33, 34. And none of them keep going till they're past sort of 37, 38. There's very, very few of them. And I know in real life players do retire and lots of them do retire, but a lot of them drop down the levels. But you don't see that filter anymore of players that were once in the Bundesliga going all the way down to sort of Division 4 and just playing for the love of it. They just go from the game quite early. And as you can see from the Bundesliga records, Manuel Neuer is the oldest one. If we just click on, where is he? 38 years old, but he's a goalkeeper. 35-year-old was a guy this year. And in the grand scheme of things, he's not that old. And we've played, 15 games of this season already. And he's not that old, to be honest. So, I know this is the Bundesliga, so it's not hugely thing, but if we drop down the next level, if we drop down to Bundesliga 2, you can see 36, 35, 37. I know that's probably about right, but you know, here's 36-year-old, 35-year-olds, 35-year-old, 35-year-old. You'd imagine there's some aging defender that's 38, 39 still holding on, or a goalkeeper still holding on a little bit older than that. So unrealistic right now. We drop down to the Free Liga, and the very first season we've got a 40-year-old, so this guy's an actual player in real life, Michael Gursky. But after that, yeah, we're down to 37, 30, 35. I'd imagine in the Free Liga there's about to be some guys playing till they're 39, 40 again. There'll be a few of them as well. Drop down to the regional divisions, there'll be a lot of older guys hanging about there as well. And you know, the last couple of years, 35, there's a 37-year-old. And I imagine Dan Krarzik, he's a goalkeeper, because I know that we're playing against him. So goalkeepers tend to hold on a little bit longer, but the rest all retire dead early. And I know it's probably the way we're programmed to drop down. We just go into another regional division. A couple of 38-year-olds, but imagine they're all goalkeepers again. So my point being really is that retirement should be based on a reason. So it's either we want to get into coaching, we want to focus on other things. It's got to be measured with a drop in form, so we just don't think that we're good enough beside their teammates, or letting their teammates down, or a really bad injury, or lots of niggly injuries. There should be a reason for retirement, not just we all retire at a certain age and that's it. And, it should be programmed into the players that certain players will play on till they're 30, 40, 41. Because the amount of times I've had players saying that they didn't want to drop down a level and play, when I've signed them from that level to play. Yeah, it's absolutely... Yeah, it just annoys me. I like an old player. Some of my happiest memories have had older players. I remember having Roland Nielsen in a Gothenburg save, and he played until he was about 44, 45. He eventually did retire because I stopped playing him. And I've had a couple of 40-year-olds in the older Football Manager, well, not maybe Championship managers, but it doesn't seem to happen in the Football Manager games these days. The next thing I'd like to see is a big one. I've not seen a lot of people ask for this. It's the women's database. And there's a fantastic one on the Steam Workshop right now from FM Guru. Women on Twitter, Women in FM on Twitter as well is a good base if you want to find out more about it. But it's easily downloadable from the Steam Workshop. But I'd quite like to see it added into the game. Playing a bit of this download, and it's really good. It's not official or anything, but it is really good. And it got me thinking that Sports Interactive could add in a little database. Could be something like the early Championship managers, like Championship Manager 2 or whatever, where you maybe just had maybe England, Scotland, Germany, USA, the Scandinavian countries, just the core countries that are really good at football. Probably not Scotland then. And just let it run from there. Even just have England and see how it gets on, see how many people play it, and then you could add more in after that. But it could just be like the original Football Managers. But I just wanted to have a quick touch on it. We're trying to change the game, and the Women's World Cup has been absolutely superb. So yeah, maybe it's time for the likes of FIFA and Football Manager to embrace the change. The next thing on my list is transfer deadline day. Now, it's always a frantic time, but it's not really that frantic. What I'd propose is if you click the take part button, there's a decline and take part in transfer deadline day. If you click take part, then it's got a timer, and you don't click forward, you don't click continue, don't do anything. The game silently loads behind the scenes and has a counter, and say it gives you 20 minutes. You've got to get all your transfer business done within that 20 minutes. You can't skip. If you do your time, then you can go away, have a cup of coffee, come back, and the transfer deadline will be over. But if you click decline, then you can click forward as normal. But if you take part, it's got a timer. And that would add a little bit of sense of realism, trying to get the last minute deals over the line, and just make it a little bit more exciting. So that's all I propose, is just make Jim happy. We all want to make Jim happy, so that would really add to the drama of the game and make it really exciting. I don't know what you think about that. As I say, if you have any things you want to change, just stick it down in the comments below, let me know. Don't give me a thumbs down, because this is just my list, it's not anybody else's, it's just things I'd like to see. I'm on everybody's favourite page, the new setup screen, and this is the pick the country screen. And as you can see, we've got all these wonderful countries up here, but like everybody else, we always want more. I wouldn't ask for too much more. I'd quite like a couple of extra European clubs, maybe add the Cypriot clubs in, maybe Malta, and if I'm being greedy, maybe the Faroe Islands or some tiny little nation like that. I know we've got Gibraltar in the Steam Workshop that you can download. It's actually Sports Interactive have built it, so it's not like an unofficial mod like the one I've been playing with Tasmania Berlin or the women's database. So it works brilliantly, but as you can see, that needs expanded. Asia, probably okay. I know there's some problems with the J-League in Japan. It used to be in. I think we should start a hashtag bring back the J-League, because that was always a fun place to manage in the older games. North America, I can't really see where you could go. Canada's not that strong, unless you're adding Jamaica or Trinidad and Tobago or something. Then probably USA and Mexico are probably the only two you could probably get. South America, again, we're pretty strong. Africa, I'd like to see a couple of other countries in Africa getting added. You're probably looking at, I don't know, maybe Nigeria, Egypt, Ivory Coast, a lot of these places that a lot of good regens come from, and be quite interested to manage in these countries. And in Asia, the other thing I'd want to say about Asia is quite like we have the Indian actual Super League in it. It'd be quite good because a lot of the older players are going out there. At the moment, you've got the Indian Premier League. I don't know how it works, but I'd quite like to have that other Indian league in there. But the main one, and this is why I'm on this screen, the main one I'd like to see added is New Zealand. And the reason I'd like New Zealand in it is because Australia are no longer in Oceania. They're in Asia. So I'd like an Oceanic team so we can play in the Oceanic Champions League. So if you're doing a Pentagon Challenge or the other one, I can't remember what you call it, but the one you go right around the world and try and win all the Champions Leagues, then you need to manage in New Zealand, and you have to do that by downloading a database. So I'd quite like New Zealand added in as a little fruity extra. That was just a few things I want to see added to Football Manager 2020 after playing so much Football Manager 2019. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and leave a like and comment. Let me know what you want added to Football Manager 2020, because yeah, we all have different opinions, and that's what's great about the internet. You can just save them. Nobody watches if you don't want to hear it, and they can click off if you don't want to hear it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.